Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a fun video before we get to the get to know you. I will be filming a booktube newbie tag, as I am a newbie here on booktube, to post in the near future, hopefully for my next video. But today I got some exciting mail and I wanted to show you what I got. I do have a bookish, I have a hard time with that word, a bookish subscription box that my uncle generously gifted to me for my birthday last year. I've been getting, I think I've received, this will be my 9th box. So as you can tell, I've been wanting to film these for a really long time. I've been waiting for my equipment and I wanted to make sure that it was quality enough to get it to you guys and share all the fun things that I've got. So today I'm opening a box that I have no idea what's in it. I don't know anything about it. It'll be an unboxing for the both of us. And then I plan to use the other 8 boxes that I received to do sort of review-based videos. I'll let you guys in on some of my favorites, some of the favorite things that I received from inside, some of my favorite themes, and some of my favorite books that I've received as well, and let you guys know what I think of the ones that I've read already. So I just want to thank you all for clicking on this video and for taking the time to see what this bookish box is all about. I only have the bookish subscription box, but my plan is to check out some of the other ones. I know there's LitJoy Crate, there's Owl Crate, there's so many out there, and I'd love to experience more of those as well. But for now, I've been loving getting these once a month. They really are some of my, I shouldn't say some of my favorite mail, they definitely are my favorite piece of mail, and I like not checking my emails, so they just show up on my door and I'm surprised. Without further ado, let's get on with the unboxing. So I forgot to mention as well, I am in a book club with a friend of mine. It started when I moved to the city. I didn't have a ton of friends. That sounds horrible, like I'm super lonely, but I was super lonely. Briar, my fiance, for those of you who will watch the vlogs that I post as well, you'll see Briar in there. He started school, and as soon as we moved here really fast in May, and he started school, and I didn't have a job, and we were just getting to know the city. I didn't have any friends, so what I did was I printed out flyers and I posted them all over places that I had visited since we had moved there. Frozen yogurt places, coffee shops that I had visited, all the schools, bulletin boards, things like that. So I really tried to reach out to all of the people who might be as obsessed with books as I am, and I didn't hear back from anybody. I was devastated. And then a couple months later, I by chance checked my blog's email, and I had an email from this girl, Sarah, who said that she saw my flyer and was interested in the book club. And so ever since then, we've been reading together as a team. We've had other people come in and out, but it's always been her and I consistently. Once a month, once every 2 months, we'll pick a book out, and we have like a little cup. You know what? I'll show you my cup. Give me 1 second. So this is my Poe cup that my brother and his girlfriend graciously gave me for Christmas, but I keep all of our book club picks in here, and then whenever we're finished and we have our meeting, we'll pick a new one. This month we drew one called The Wife Between Us by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen? I'm not really sure how to pronounce her name. In the mail yesterday, I received my copy. I guess it's a thriller. It says, fiendishly clever in the vein of Gone Girl and The Girl on the Train. I've heard great things about both of those movies and both of those books, and this is supposed to be a stunning version of both. The Wife Between Us, obviously there's some sort of romance situation going on. One woman who was the wife of this guy is now watching him live this other life with this younger girl, prettier girl, however she conceives her to be. And the inside says that you shouldn't make any assumptions. You assume that you know how the book is gonna go, but you have no idea. So though I don't really personally care for romance unless it's like a subplot in a novel, I'm a little bit excited because thrillers are one of my absolute favorite genres. This shall be interesting to check out. So I will let you guys know periodically online when the blog is up, and also through videos and vlogs what I'm thinking of this so far, because it is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I love these boxes. Okay, so right here, this is what the bookish box looks like. It's by Appraising Pages. I always love the box because they're very They're just pretty. It's a pretty thing to get on your doorstep. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. And then on the side here, it's just got a bunch of books and bookish things. So we are gonna pry this baby open and see what is inside. I don't have a pair of scissors. All right, she's open. Usually I'm one of those impatient people who will go out of their way to get on the Instagram page or the website and find out what the theme is for the month and what sort of goodies might be in it. This month, on the other hand, I have no idea. I didn't pay any attention. I almost forgot that I was even getting another one. So it shall be a surprise, and I'm pretty pumped. I've received a couple of boxes. I would say the last 3 have been like out of the park amazing. Like, I'm very impressed. Some of them I feel about what was inside. I don't know if I felt like it was worth it, but we shall see. So the first thing that you get when you receive these boxes is a little card that looks like this. And on it, on the very top, it will tell you what your theme is. So this month's theme is Into the Forest, which sounds super cool, and it sounds like there's a lot of opportunity for cool things. Fingers crossed there's some Harry Potter goods in there, because I can always appreciate those. And then there's always a quote on the front, and this one says, "The clearest way into the universe is through a forest wilderness." And that's a quote from John Muir. And then on the back, it just lists all of the goods that are inside and who contributed them or who made them. A lot of the products in the boxes are made by different people's Etsy shops. I'm not going to take a look at this. We're going to put this away and we will see what we get as we go. I'm not going to cheat. So the first thing I see is a lot of this mess. Easter. Reminds me of Easter. The first thing I see is right up my street. A little bit of rest and relaxation coming your way. Floral and milk bath salts. And it is by Cherry Pit Crafts. A little package of, who doesn't need a bath every now and then? I think after this I'll jump in and take one myself. They smell amazing, actually. Let me see. Put this down for a second. Sorry if the camera angle just switched there a little bit. I knocked my tripod almost right over. I'm just gonna open these up and smell them. I'm not really big on the scent of cherry, but this smells more like, it says floral and milk, but it smells kind of like almonds to me. I don't know. That does smell nice. It's sort of like, I definitely can smell lavender. That's exciting. So the theme is the forest. So I'm assuming that flowers you'd find in the forest, and that's how that's tying in. It's a good amount of bath salts, probably for like 2 or 3 baths actually. And yeah, so those are really neat. The second thing I've got in here looks like a magnet. On it says Shadow Falls. It's got a bunch of cool orange, black, and gray trees on it. I want to know though, see, I struggle sometimes because when you're on the Bookish Box website, the Bookish shop, you can select either young adult novels, whatever. I'm not sure if the goods inside switch between young adult and adult t-shirt and book styles, but sometimes I don't know what the references are because I haven't gotten to those books yet. So I always do take a peek at the card just to get a better idea. So Shadow Falls, it just is inspired by Shadow Falls. I want to guess that this is either a TV show or a book. Maybe a book because this is the Bookish box. But regardless, I'll be excited to put it on my fridge. Our fridge is kind of chaos. There are some people who keep like 2 things on their fridge, and I give them props for that because my whole life, my family has thrown everything on our fridge. We got photos from like when I was 3. You've got old recipes. We've got everything you could ever think of. I love a good magnet. Magnets are a great gift, especially when you're traveling. Some people think that they're a nuisance, but I think they're a lot of fun. So, love the magnet. Next, I see a tumbler cup. Come with bubble wrap. That's like a gift in itself. Okay, so inside my tumbler cup are oven baked parm crisps. If that's not random enough for you. 100% cheese snack. Gluten-free certified. Original. Alright, I can go with a snack. I'm a snacky gal. Oh, there's something else in here. This looks like jewels. I love it when there's jewelry inside. Oh, I love it, you guys. It says adventure is out there. And it's just a little like, sort of like a bangle. I don't know why I'm struggling so much right now. The security is real on these things. Okay, so I can't get it to focus, but this is really cute. I'll post pictures on my blog posts and on my Instagram, as well as the Facebook page, so you guys can get a better idea of what the writing looks like on the inside, on the outside. But that is super cute. I'm really a big fan of bangles. I wear tons of bracelets to work all the time, so this is really cool. Other book boxes that I've gotten jewelry I loved. I received a heart necklace before. I got a Mockingjay Girl on Fire choker. I've gotten 2 rings, which I wear constantly. One of them is more like for Halloween because it's Dracula's coffin, but the other one is like a bird skull, which I thought was really bizarre in the beginning, but I get tons of compliments on it when I wear it because it's just a really neat piece. And so yeah, I wear that one all the time. It's really pretty gold. To finish unwrapping the cup, because I don't know what it says. It says Camp Half-Blood. There we go. So it says Camp Half-Blood and then it says Seaweed Brain on it. And it's inspired by Percy Jackson. You guys are gonna hate me. Are you ready? I've never read the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. I put it on my TBR for the fall, because I know that the summer is almost over and I've got a couple of reads that I really want to get to. But Percy Jackson is on my list and I can't wait to understand what this means and then flaunt it proudly, because why wouldn't you? And do you want to know what's funny is that these are so useful. I usually pick them up at like the dollar store because they don't last long in my house, because we're always looking for things to take out coffee in instead of spending $1,001, which I could at a Dunkin's or a Starbucks or like cafes like that. Tumbler cups save us a ton of money because then I'll just make iced teas and iced coffees at home. So I'm very excited about this as well. I'm not seeing a straw. I'm not seeing a straw though. Hold on. I found it. So far so good. We've gotten some jewels, we've gotten something to fuel the coffee and tea addiction, we've got something to promote laziness in a nice hot bath with a book, and we've got Parm crisps. All right, I'm going in for the next one. The next thing I see is a tote bag. You guys, I love this. It says enemies of fairness, equality, my womanly roar. Oh, I missed a word. Enemies of fairness and equality, hear my womanly roar. And that's from the Pawnee Goddess. It's gorgeous and it's got like nice strong black straps. So yeah, it says tote inspired by Parks and Rec. By the Bookish shop. I will tell you one person who will be very excited about that reference and this tote, and that is my fiance, because he could watch that show 1,000,001 times. We actually read Nick Offerman's book, Paddle Your Own Canoe, in the car on road trips because it's hilarious. If you haven't already, definitely check that out. Next is the t-shirt for the month. And I have only had one t-shirt that I didn't like, and the only reason why I didn't care for it was because the lettering was gold and the t-shirt was gray, and you just can't read it well. All the others I'm totally in love with and I wear them all the time, like on my days off, only because I'm not allowed to wear print to work. It says, once there was a girl who vowed she would save everyone in the world but forgot herself. And that is from The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. And this is what the print looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. For reference, I usually wear a medium to a large shirt. I got all my shirts in a large just so they'd be a little bit baggier, and they do fit like that. Though, I don't know. This one's pre-shrunk, but I don't know if all of them are, because I have had ones that shrink in the sleeves. but this one's absolutely gorgeous. The colors, I've had no repeat colors so far. So I'm just building on my bookish wardrobe, which is absolutely fantastic and always welcome as well. It's nice and soft too. Sometimes with the print, it gets like scratchy, but this one's really nice. And I believe the last item in here is the book for the month, you guys. And I love it, I love it, I love it. It is called Wild Blue Wonder by Carly Surisiak. Look how beautiful this cover is. Another thing about the Bookish box is that none of the books that they choose are ugly. I hate to say it, but I'm one of those people that really does, like when I go into a bookstore or a bookshop or a yard sale, I look for covers. I'm sort of a cover reader. Not my favorite thing about myself as a reader, but definitely love adding beautiful covers in general to my bookshelves. I got in the habit a long time ago of shopping for any book I could find, but realized that I was just collecting. There's the sun. So now what I do is I try to go to the library first. I go to the library, I pick out a couple books, I'll read them. If I really love them and want to add them to my shelf, I'll write them down, and then from there what I'll do is when I go out shopping, I'll look for those specific titles in a cover that I think is really gorgeous, and I'll add them to my collection. Because my collection is something I really want to be proud of, and though vintage and thrift books are right up my street, I love, you know, hand-me-down books. I love books. I have tons of old editions of books. Actually, The Great Gatsby, if you can tell from behind me, is one of my favorite novels, and I do collect all the editions of Gatsby I can find regardless of what shape they're in. But yeah, I just find like it's better for me. I'm only collecting and keeping the books on my shelf that I know I'm gonna read again or recommend to someone else or just treasure having because I love the book so much. So that's how I do it now, but all of these are always beautiful. And you always, usually in every one of the books that you get from the Bookish box, you'll get a signed book plate. This one doesn't have one, or I lost it in the box, so I'll have to figure that out. But regardless, let's find out what this baby's about. It says, there are two monsters in this story. One of them is me. Ask anyone in Winship, Maine, and they'll tell you the summer camp Quinn's family owns is a magical place. Paper wishes hang from the ceiling. Blueberries grow in the dead of winter. According to local legend, a sea monster even lurks off the coast. Mostly, there's just a feeling that something extraordinary could happen there. Like Quinn falling in love with her best friend Dylan. After the accident, the magic drained from Quinn's life. Now Dylan is gone, the camp is a lonely place, and Quinn knows it's her fault. But the new boy in town, Alexander, doesn't see her as the monster she believes herself to be. As Quinn lets herself open up again, she begins to understand the truth about love, loss, and monsters, real and imagined. You guys, it sounds really good. I'm very excited about this one. I'm very happy to have it. When I said it was the last thing in the box, I lied. There's a couple more things. So here's an explanation about what the heck the Parm Crisps are all about. Oven baked Parm... Oh. Are you ready? Keto friendly. So, keto's the new fad. Keto's the new thing. More the power to ya. I'm not really even sure what it consists of, but they're keto friendly. They got 9 grams of protein per serving, 0 grams of carbs. You've sold them to me. You can put them on a burger. It says you can pair them with wine or put them in a soup instead of like an oyster cracker. And you can use the word Parm Crisp at the checkout for 15% off at box.com. So I'll try my sample out, and if I love them, I'll get online and order some more. Because I can always, like I said, I'm a snack person. I could go with crisps. That works. And then I also got an August calendar. If you guys can check that out. On it, it says, it's also magical. And that is from Disney's Aladdin. A quote from Jasmine. These I'll put on my desk during the month, and I'll just cross off the days as we go. My cat just had both her hands on the windowsill and was dangling like... And now my neighbors are outside. Everyone wants to make noise all at once. Anywho, I like to keep these on my desk and just cross off the days as we go. I do have a planner that I use, but these are really great just for, you know, reference. And also, I keep the prints always because they're beautiful. And lastly, in every one of the boxes, for a while now, we've gotten a monthly doodle. So this doodle looks like this. It says into the forest, and then it's just got, it looks like the outline of a stag almost. And then, but it's mixed in with all sorts of different prints, so it's kind of like camouflage in there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up this unboxing. So I thank you all for tuning in. I'm really glad to be up and doing this. I'm glad that you guys took the time to watch it, and I am very much looking forward to getting to know you all and sharing with you my love for reading and everything bookish, and writing as well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!